No.
Steven is 37. He's a CrossFit gym owner.
Red flag.
He said he went to an all-boys school. He has 4 brothers.
Red flag.
His parents were off and on
Red
throughout
flag.
his life. I was like, red flag, red flag, red flag.
I seen 4 flags.
He said it's amazing that I don't even know how I know how to talk to women.
I'm amazed too. How do you know?
Well, at least he's self-aware. And he's a gym owner. Red flag.
Red flag.
But then he said, he likes to write in his gratitude journal every day.
Red flag.
He likes to meditate.
Red flag.
Then he likes to take cold showers.
Red fucking flag.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. I said, hey.
Hey.
Welcome back to my channel.
Hey, girl.
Hey, y'all. I'm Jasmine W. Welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Finally.
I know it's been a while. Y'all know I like to jump right into it. But first, I have some announcements, okay? Because it has been a while.
Listen up.
I just want to say, I know it's been a while since I uploaded a reaction video, but none of the shows that I watch on here, Ready to Love or Married at First Sight, are back on.
Don't blame me.
So we're talking about Love is Blind. Y'all know I would love to be doing more content, but I'm looking for an intern right now. If you want more information on what type of intern I'm looking for to help me push out more content like here on YouTube, please join my secret society on Patreon, okay? My secret society, I have exclusive content on there, and I do a show on there called Jazz After Dark where I talk about intimacy,
sex,
friendships, intimacy with romantic relationships. We've talked about everything from BDSM to how to make friends. So subscribe to my Patreon for exclusive content. And we have fun little gatherings and Zoom meetings and stuff like that as well. So that's that. Also, I will be in Chicago on August 31st.
Get tickets.
With my dad. I have 2 shows. My dad will be opening for me, and I'll be doing about an hour worth of material on what's been going on in my life for the past couple of years. So make sure you come out. Also, I will be in Vallejo, California on September the 14th, I believe. I'm going to put the flyer right here. This is a free show sponsored by the Vallejo Library. So if you live in the Bay Area or you know somebody who lives in the Bay Area and they want to come see a free comedy show with a very talented comedian, Jasmine W., and some special guests, then please tell them about the show. Also, Philly. I will be in Philly on October the 12th. Okay, so mark your calendars and yeah, be prepared to come to the show. Today we are talking about Love is Blind UK. I usually talk about Love is Blind on my Instagram, but honestly, I don't get paid for that. Okay, so
Not a
watch
dollar.
these ads, subscribe to my channel, and let's get into Love is Blind. Okay, this I only watched episode 1 and episode 2. Episode 3 and episode 4 are out. But I haven't watched them because I like to judge people and make assumptions.
Period.
So I'm stopping right here, and then I'm going to go watch the other 2 episodes like later on tonight. So I'm getting these videos done, and we're going to see if my assumptions and the things that I said are correct. So far, I'm on point, okay? But this is just going to be about episode 1 and 2. So let's start with episode 1. We're going to go through all of the people that they feature in episode 1. I'm going to give my first impressions on them. And, we're going to talk a little bit about them. So let's start with Freddy. Freddy's 32. He's a funeral director. We know that he has a brother who has Down syndrome. And we also know that he is fine as hell.
As hell.
I said what I said. Freddy looks good. Okay. What else is there to say?
Nothing left to say after that. Fine,
honey,
Freddy.
Can he handle a dead body? Can he handle a living body?
Period.
Let's see, honey.
How about mine?
Let's move on to Katherine. Katherine is 29. She's a nurse. I wrote down she's a cutie pie.
But what?
Let's move on to Katherine. Katherine is 29. She's a nurse. We saw her in the pods with Ollie, who we'll talk about next. Now, Katherine, I peeped this on episode 1. Katherine,
early.
as soon as she got into the pods, I wrote down she knew Ollie was black immediately, and she got heated. She got in heat. She said, "Oh, his voice, because you know he's black."
Yeah. And you was fetishizing him.
I wrote down she's fetishizing Ollie.
Fetishizing. He's a fetish to her. However you say it.
But she has a connection with Freddy. So she has a connection with Freddy, the funeral director, but she knows Ollie is black. That's why she's getting in heat over him. It comes up later in episode 2, but my intuition was not wrong on this. And sometimes as black women, I feel like we get the reputation that we're hating on interracial couples or whatever. I love to see people happy no matter who they're dating. I don't care if you're dating somebody from outer space, honey. If they're treating you the way that you want to be treated, be with them.
An alien.
Okay? Everybody talks about black love, black love, black love. Black love is great, but so is love with another human being who loves and respects and cares about you no matter where they're from or what their ethnicity is.
Be careful.
That being said, we can peep when people are being fetishized. And I think Ollie peeped it later on as well, because we're going to get to it later. But I just want to throw that out there. This was an immediate red flag for me. The fact that she just met the man and she started talking about how hot and bothered she was and made the conversation about sex and intimacy because she's interested in being physical with him, but don't really have much in common with him. But let me keep it light. We just only, how many minutes? We 6 minutes in, honey. Let's keep it light.
She want the D.
Anyway, Ollie is 32. I wrote down he don't want to have kids. I said, where he at?
Period. Me either.
Anyway, he said Katherine is giving sex. I wrote, ooh, because he peeped it right away. Ollie actually had a really good connection with Demi from the start, which is another girl. We're going to get to her next. He said he's not 100% sure on Demi just yet, even though she has everything he's looking for. I wrote down Demi does not have the sex appeal and flirting appeal that he saw in Katherine. So he's trying to choose between this head and this head.
That's a hard choice. Which one you want?
We're going to get into Demi a little bit more, and y'all not going to like what I have to say about it.
Y'all not.
I'm just going to let you know right now you're not going to like it. Okay? Anyway, Demi is 30. She is an attendance manager. I wrote down she's a cutie. I said Demi is giving demisexual.
Okay.
Whatever that mean. What that mean, inner me? I just wrote it down.
You're wrong.
Oh, okay. She's comforting Katherine. And she said, Katherine is cool, but my man. She wants Ollie. And she said, you know what? I didn't come here to put somebody else before me. I have to put my woman first. Like Jaheim. She said, I got to put myself first. And I wrote down, girl, this is not your friend. Katherine is not your friend. You just met her. Or do y'all have a relationship prior to being on the show? Let me know. Because I thought you just literally met her. Like, none of these people are your friends. Like, I hate to break it to you, but this is not your friend. This is just a peer who was on the show with you. I would remember that if I was on the show. Like, yeah, you cool and everything, but if we like the same person, we like the same person, and I'm not going to back down or back out. Like, you know what, you can have him. I'm not doing that. So, yeah, we'll get back to Demi later on. Let's move on to Sabrina. She's a director. She calls herself spontaneous and considerate. She said it's not anyone's job to make you happy. She ate. And she recently lost her Gammy, or her grandmama. I don't know what she called her. But she started connecting with Steven, who also recently also lost a grandparent in the past when he was 8. Sabrina says she doesn't want kids. And right when she said she didn't want kids, like that her conversation with Steven like ended, and it ended very awkwardly. And it made me think, do the producers like tell them when to start talking and tell them when to stop talking? It kind of felt like they control how much time they spend together in the pods, obviously. But it also made me think that the producers also control like when their conversations should stop to leave the conversation on a cliffhanger. And I thought that that was a bit odd, because it's like, why couldn't they just finish the conversation right then? You want them to go talk about the conversation with other people in the pods, sleep on it, get anxiety, lose sleep, drink, smoke. You want them to be stressed out.
Yeah.
When they could have just talked it out right then and there. I didn't understand that. But, you know, I understand that I try to remember that we are watching reality television, which is not realistic. So, but anyway, Sabrina told Steven that she didn't want kids. And she's 35 right now, and she's going to be 39 or 40 by the time, you know, she gets ready to have kids, and she might not even be able to have kids. Y'all, we need to educate ourselves. Now, don't get me wrong. There are lots and lots of people who want to get pregnant who struggle with fertility issues. I am not discrediting people who struggle with fertility issues. But people struggle in their late 20s, in their 20s, in their 30s, in their 40s with fertility issues. Just because you're 39 and 40 does not mean that when you could conceive perfectly fine at 32, at 42, you won't be able to perfectly fine. That is a misconception. Okay, there is a single digit percentage of the fertility rate for most people who can give birth, right? The percentage between 34 and 39 and 40, it's a single digit percentage. So I want us to just do a little bit of research so that we can stop pressuring ourselves to have kids when we're in our 20s and 30s and say that we can't do it when we're 40. Okay, I just want us to kind of know that there's a single digit percentage difference. Like, so, you know, at 39, you can definitely get pregnant, you know? Anyway, I wrote down, she don't want to get pregnant. She don't want no kids. But it came out a little bit later that she's like, oh, I'd be willing to have a surrogate, or I'd be willing to adopt. She said that I had no interest in being like a mother. She said, hold on, let me get exactly what she said. I think exactly what she said is,
you think,
I
you know,
don't think that being a mother is like a factor when it comes to my happiness, right? Or who I am as a person. She said something like that.
You think?
And she didn't say giving birth. She said being a mother.
Or, you know,
I am under the impression that Sabrina does not want kids. What is wrong with just saying, I do not want kids?
You think, or you know?
I know what's wrong. I feel like we are taught,
you think,
as women, that our value is bearing children. Our value is being mothers and being able to have a family.
That's what the Bible said.
That's what we are taught as women. That's how I felt. Growing up in the South, growing up in church, that's where my value lies. The opportunity to nurture and have a family.
You think?
I also think that when we just live in our truth and say, hey, I don't want kids, or I don't want another child, we feel like we're going to miss out on men. You can never miss out on a man. I know you feel like Steven is like, oh my God, this is the one. I came into this process, yada, yada, yada. If Steven want to be with you, he want to be with you. If he's meant to be with you, he's meant to be with you.
And there's another one, don't worry.
You cannot miss out on a man by denying your true feelings about what you want to pursue in life. I personally think that is where the pressure is coming from, because she then came back and said, well, I would have a surrogate, or I you know, maybe I could.
Girl,
keep in mind, I watch this show for entertainment. I make these videos for entertainment. I wasn't there with these people. I'm just making a lot of assumptions. That is my assumption. Okay.
I think.
Let's get to Steven, her match.
I don't know.
Steven is 37. He's a CrossFit gym owner.
Red flag.
He said he went to an all-boys school. He has 4 brothers.
Red flag.
His parents were off and on.
Red flag.
His life. I was like, red flag, red flag, red flag.
I seen 4 flags.
He said, it's amazing that I don't even know how to talk to women.
I'm amazed too. How do you know?
Well, at least he's self-aware. And he's a gym owner. Red flag.
Red flag.
But then he said, you know, he likes to write in his gratitude journal every day.
Red flag.
He likes to meditate.
Red flag.
Then he likes to take cold showers.
Red fucking flag.
I wrote down, he said, I'm a happy bunny. I'm a happy bunny.
Red flag.
Not happy bunny. I'm a happy bunny, when he was talking to Samantha. And I said, is that a UK thing, saying you a happy bunny?
It's a red flag is what it is.
Bunnies stink. Have you ever smelled a bunny? They stink so bad. Oh my God. My cousin had a bunny growing up. Ugh.
They stink.
Anyway, he said he wants kids and he's always wanted kids.
Red flag. No, I'm playing.
And Sabrina, once she heard that, she was like, I don't want to miss out on this man, honey. I don't want to miss out on this opportunity to be with this man. I'm going to say I can adopt.
I got to be with this man. I need this man.
Steven don't want to adopt. He owns a gym. You think he want to adopt some kids? He don't.
He don't.
He wants his own children that come out of his balls. Okay? He don't want to adopt. I wrote down, men are writing poems now. Men did not start writing poems until Love is Blind came on. Because why every season a man gotta rap, write a poem, do a little haiku,
break dance.
What's up with that?
Sing.
What's up with that? Why is everybody writing poems?
Ooh wee.
Anyway, he wrote her a poem and then he proposed to her and she said yes. And I wrote down fake.
What's up with that? What's up with that?
He said, you know, will you marry me? And she said, you know, I was a little girl when I was a little girl and I was little and I was a girl.
Ever since I was a girl.
But everything had not always been what it said it had been.
I love whales.
And girl, do you say yes or not?
I love whales. Ever since I was a little girl, I love whales.
After that, Steven was like, that is the longest yes I've ever heard. Because the producers told her, don't say yes immediately. Drag it out. Drag it out so we can have a good place to cut for the next episode.
Right.
Anyway, let's move on to Sam.
What's up with that?
Sam is 31, a product designer. Sam said that he is not happy with what he sees in the mirror and he had a nose job and he calls himself Peter Pan. Red flag, red flag, red flag. Oh my goodness. Why would he call himself Peter Pan? Isn't Peter Pan like bad?
Ugh, I don't want to talk about it.
Anyway, I don't have time to get into that. Anyway, he says that he looks or has been told that he looks like a one night stand or he is into one night stands.
He do.
He's fake. I wrote it down right here. Can you see it? It says, hold on. It says he fake. He fake. Can you read that? It said he fake.
We cannot read that, girl. Put that down.
He said in preparation to go on this show, he started working out. He started eating right. He started training. Then he gets into the pods and started asking the women, do you train? You just started training 3 months ago. Now you wondering if I go to the gym.
Do you?
Like, once you get your person, once you get, engaged on the show, if he gets engaged on the show, he's probably not even going to work out no more.
Right.
Like, who wants a guy with low self-esteem who just started going to the gym?
Not me.
Like, work on yourself. Work on yourself. Who say he not happy? Who say he not happy with what he sees in the mirror? And he got a nose job because of it. Child. And he wear his hair like that.
Low self-esteem.
No. He said that if you choose to be with me, we would write a book and it would be the most beautiful book. It would be a book about me and you and it would be so beautiful and it would be a lovely book. It just make you want to cry.
The most beautiful book.
What are you even talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No, seriously. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking
He's
about?
talking about a beautiful book.
Like, I know that Love is Blind is like 90% fake. This is the fakest person of the entire cast so far. Like, what? Then he said, beauty's only skin deep.
Then why did you get a nose job?
How is beauty skin deep and you got a nose job? Obviously, you don't believe that. Like, beauty's only skin deep and you got a nose job? Like,
Do you think or do you know?
who are you telling us or are you telling yourself? Like, anyway.
Do you think or do you know?
Let's move on to Jasmine. She's 29. She's a nurse. I wrote down she's very emotionally intelligent. She's been cheated on. She says she's exhausted. She's tired. And she wants to be emotionally stabilized.
By who? God?
I said, baby, emotionally stabilize yourself, baby. You cannot wait on somebody to come in and emotionally stabilize you.
Hallelujah.
You have to do that work beforehand. Jasmine, beautiful gowns.
Hallelujah.
Gorgeous gowns. But she feels very vulnerable and wounded. And it doesn't really feel like she's worked on healing from those things.
Hallelujah.
Listen, as somebody who's vulnerable and I've been hurt,
Who? You?
it's really important to heal from that and figure out a way to do it and not wait on somebody else from the outside to come in and try to heal those wounds for you. You can't do it, baby. Like, waiting on somebody else to come in and stabilize you and make you feel secure and make you feel, you know what I mean, like emotionally taken care of is another thing, but emotionally stabilized and secure is another thing. Like, no, it's not going to happen. You have to do it yourself. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to y'all.
Sorry, y'all.
Anyway, Nicole is 29. She's in brand marketing. She's black. And Nicole, I don't know if this was, I wrote this down on an episode too, but Nicole was talking to, what's his name? Benaya, who we're going to get to next. And she was like, you just sound like you have, why do I have that accent for her? That ain't where she's from.
She's British.
Same energy though. She was like, you just sound like you have, you know, like dreadlocks. And you know, run on the beach and you have a tan.
Oh, okay.
And I wrote down, you know,
Black
people. Because you know this man is not black. Why would you be excited about him having locks?
Why?
And why are you calling them dreadlocks? I thought we stopped doing that. I thought we just called them locks now.
Right.
Like who? Dude, sometimes I feel like UK don't be getting the memo. Do y'all not get the memo? We don't. Who call them dreadlocks?
Maybe it don't make it over there.
Like, huh? I thought people in Western society we don't say that no more. But anyway, I wrote down, do not be fooled by Sam, Nicole. But she felt in her gut that Sam was fake as hell because she was like, oh, I feel like you're just telling me what I want to hear, which 2 women told Sam that over this whole process, right? Over the first 2 episodes. And she didn't listen to herself 100% because she's still giving Sam an opportunity. Anyway, I wrote down Nicole has beautiful eyes, like beautiful, beautiful piercing eyes. And she said she liked to do naked yoga. I said, I know that's right, honey. Tantalize them. But anyway, she's been connecting with Sam and Benaya. Benaya is 33. He's a structural engineer. He's a traveler. He said he's technically homeless because he's been traveling and house sitting. He works remotely. He said he hitchhiked between 2 places. I don't remember the places. And I wrote down immediately no. Immediately no. Because why are you out like this?
Just needing a ride, asking for a ride, begging for a ride.
I don't want no man who on the road with his thumb out. I'm sorry. I think you should be by yourself. You don't have a house.
A car.
You don't have no type of desire to be stable. And you come on a show where people are looking for stability. And you hitchhiking. And house sitting.
Sitting?
No. I wrote down he needs to put on sunscreen because he look older than 33. I'm 35.
You tell us every video. We know.
Baby, wear your SPF. Wear your SPF. I wrote down he looked vegan.
Very vegan.
And let me tell y'all something about nomad men. I'm going to get into it.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Don't get mad.
Men who are nomads like that are not romantic. And I literally feel like I have to prove it. I wrote down, he doesn't feel romantic. Beware of nomad men. Beware of nomad men. He doesn't feel romantic because he's not. Beware of a man who say, I don't value things. I don't value things. They don't mean nothing to me. I don't own nothing. I don't own a home. I don't own a car. All I take is this backpack. That's scary to me. Ooh, I'm scared. Because what? Like, it doesn't feel like roses when you didn't ask for them. It doesn't feel like being given things, not even expensive things, but it doesn't feel like acts of service even. It feels like, oh, I'm going to struggle with you. I'm going to have to roll around in the mud with you. Yeah, and you going to think holding my hand is enough because we in the woods. I don't know what it is about a nomad man. It never gives generous. It never gives like nothing. Do y'all see what I'm saying? Like, you can ask a nomad man, like, oh, well, we're getting engaged. Like, we're engaged. Are you going to give me, like, a ring? Do you want to go on a honeymoon? And he going to be like, honeymoon? No, I was thinking we could go to the Appalachian Mountains and, like, hang out in the freezing cold. And why would I need to give you a ring? Like, rings are so, like, impractical. Like, they're bad for the environment. And maybe my grandmother has a ring that I can scrape up for you. And I don't know why my guy's Australian, because we in the UK, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like, it never gives what it's supposed to give. I don't want to be in the woods with a man. I'm sorry. I don't.
We can tie a branch around your finger.
Anyway, the last person we focused on this episode was Bobby. He's 33 and he does luxury cruise shopping. He said he wants a family soon, and he said he doesn't want to travel on cruise ships much longer. He's looking to transition out of that lifestyle. And I said, what's next? That would have been my next question. What you gonna do next? And he's been hitting it off with Jasmine, I believe. So let's head right on into episode 2.
Watch the next video. Bye.
Okay.